Welcome to Thelia Flame Oracle. Hello, everyone. And now we move into the reading itself. If you're here, it's because the message you just heard stirred something, not as urgency, but as recognition. This reading isn't about prediction, it's about perception. We're going to look at the patterns surrounding this message, how they're showing up, how they are being understood, and how they're asking to move into form. Before we begin, I want to gently clarify what I mean when I say pattern. When we talk about patterns in this reading, we're not talking about something abstract or distant. Patterns show up in very ordinary ways. They may appear as repeating numbers or sequences, familiar situations looping until something shifts, the same themes surfacing across different areas of life. Moments of pause, delay, or timing that feel intentional, or a quiet inner nudge that keeps returning until it's acknowledged. Just like mathematics reveals order beneath complexity, these patterns reveal meaning beneath everyday experience. You don't need to search for them. You simply notice what repeats, what highlights itself, and what asks for your attention more than once. That's how this reading speaks. So as the cards come through, listen less for prediction and more for recognition. In card 1, we explore the active pattern. What pattern is currently active around this message and this moment? This card reveals a theme that is repeating the core intelligence moving through your life right now. And as we move through the cards, we will explore clarifiers where needed. Spirit guides, mighty ancestors, beings of the divine. What is the active pattern in the collective that is currently active around the message of sequences, repetition, signals? We have contumacy, which flipped a bit in the challenge. Seashell divination, wisdom of shells. And by picking up this card, the first message that comes through on this, card numbered 32, reducing to a 5, angel number 232 coming through. I heard, I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. You're rapping on my window. Those little nudges that we get, that bird pecking at the glass. If someone has had beings of the air trying to peck at your mirrors, this is a warning for you to seek spiritual protection. The active pattern, what pattern is currently surrounding this message, is the message that is coming through. The message that is trying to come through, for which hopefully after the transmission and the exploration of this reading will become so much more clearer to us as we move on. The divine keeps sending a message. The divine keeps sending a ripple. This could be the hair standing up on the backs of your arm, on the back of your neck, you suddenly feeling quite unnecessarily warm or chilled when you are about to indulge in an action. Maybe this action is taboo. But the theme that is repeating is that the divine is trying to send a core message a core piece of intelligence through, and with the vibration of the 5 here, stands to create a shift. For card 2, we will look at how this pattern is showing up, how we may spot this in everyday life. This helps translate the pattern into real-world experience, timing, behavior, thoughts, or external signs. Someone here may be working with water. You may work by water. You may be consuming a certain type of water. There's also the energy here around your authenticity. Who are you showing up as in real life? I am getting pretension, hiding, being slithery, resigning oneself into the lunar watery energies. So this could be more leaning towards not only cloaking oneself, but also indulging in emotional manipulation, maybe. But this message is definitely coming through the watery intelligence of the being of the collective who will be watching and listening to this message. Reclaiming your authenticity. There is something here that you are doing, you are indulging in, an act, a practice, a thing that you have allowed to overwrite and override what is the truth of you. And the way how you know that it is not the truth of you is that you keep getting the same message each time you are about to indulge in this thing. Something with the emotional body, definitely something shifts in your body that says to you, are you sure? Selkie and her skin, numbered 25, reducing to a 7. There's something here about continuing on this way. For card 3, how is this pattern being understood by you? Very likely the reason why you are not being very open to receiving this message is that there is a glitch in awareness and there's additional insight that you need. It is possible that you're also moving from a place of assumptions that are helping to almost crustify these patterns. Someone here may have a pet turtle or an aquarium of some kind. Someone may work at an aquarium. I'm seeing Ripley's. Aquatic center. How is this pattern being understood, spirit guides? This message that you're sending to the collective that results in bodily changes, fluctuations about how they're showing up. We have falling in love, which came out in the reversed. Kissing the divine in another and in yourself. I feel that an individual here is being inauthentic in how they are showing up. The face and the skin that they are wearing isn't real. And there may be projections here. Someone here is, this is giving the energy of overcompensating when you're in someone's presence. This is a kind of positioning where the person wouldn't tell you that they admire you, but they would rather be in your energy and almost, well, be in your energy to monitor, to sabotage, to hate, really. There's a lack of love here. There's a lack of love for the external manifestation of things that we see in others. So this is giving me someone's demons being irritated by someone's light here. What is the structure coming into form with this inauthentic energy that we're walking in as a collective, where we're not trusting ourselves? Maybe we feel Okay, let's put it this way. And this is very much a part of the ego maturing and being open to the ways in which life will give you a thing. Sometimes life will give you a thing through someone else. Sometimes life will give you the sense of a happy family by blessing your siblings with children and you watching them uphold the values of the family. You're watching them be steadfast and being dedicated to not only their partnership, but the quality with which they show up in life. You can be around this energy and see this energy, and at the very core of you, yes, this is who I am too. But because you are missing the mark, instead of recognizing the manifestation as a very close and adjacent ping that the universe is giving you, that okay, it's not necessarily in your living room yet, in your driveway, but it's adjacent. You can start clapping even more. You can start applauding, bust out the champagne, confettis. Sometimes people, the ego tricks them into a place where they miss the blessing of the adjacent experience. And so instead of really in spirit and in truth being a loving person, they find themselves residing in a space of envy. Now, I'm feeling that there's a little bit more room to explore this falling in love and how this pattern is being understood. This pattern is being understood if this message is resonating with you on any level, be it that you're on the receiving end and you're conscious of this individual in your energy, or you are this individual, or you have been this individual. You've evolved. You're working on evolving from being this individual. How you will know that how you will be able to better decipher the pattern that you are receiving is you will feel less in love with you. Whenever you feel less in love with you and you feel the need to put on a front, a show, another skin, another way of being, because you are unsure about your own solidity in the situation, you will know you're in the space because you will begin to feel less in love with you. It doesn't matter if it's Mahatma Gandhi, your great grandma, your great grandpa, your pastor. There is no reason for you to be so smitten by the countenance of anyone else but yourself. You shouldn't be so smitten by the countenance of anyone or anything so much so that you forget yourself, that you forget your own light. This is why they caution you, or they have the cautionary tale about flying too close to the sun. See, the trick is you must just become the sun that you are. You mustn't forget your own light. For card 4, the structure that is coming into form. What structure is forming to support this understanding into becoming something practical, that when you feel this way in your being, you know you're in this space. This will help you to ground, to pace, and to also set up a boundary or a system that will allow for you to be receptive for insight. So this won't come out in the challenge. You'll already be in the upright, already receiving the message. Maybe there's someone in your energy that triggers your ego. You may have someone in your energy that is triggering an insecurity of yours. And the spirit guides here are saying that they want you to be able to see transparently. See honesty with transparency. Number 2, coming into divine balance. divine understanding and flow, being open to not only giving and receiving, to not only allowing your hands, your body, your skin to be the receptor, but even when the divine sends a blessing that pleases the eye, my love, that you are also okay, willing, and open to delighting in the pleasure of your neighbor, your sister, your aunt, your boss, your landscaper, the person that picks up your kid from school, whomever. They want you to see clearly how your inauthenticity inverts your perception and feeling emotion around love. It changes and it warps your own individual experience. For card 5, we are going to look at how do we take all of this energy that is now a tool that we can put in our toolbox for helping us to graduate to the next place. How do we temper this fire? Where is slowing down or restraint creating strength rather than delay? This card reveals where patience is not blockage, but intelligence. And coming out in the challenge, we have endurance. Keep on working at it. The divine mathematical intelligence that is coming through this message for you is that you will see change by using the master key of persistence, honesty, receptivity, and clarity. Be unmoved and unshakable in the knowledge that you are a divine being. You are a fractal of the all-encompassing and eternal one. Get out of your own way and allow yourself to be who you truly are. I thank you for your time, for your love and your support. If you found this reading to be enlightening, revealing, or affirming of your experience, I invite you back for the next read. All my love, until next time, bye for now. If you felt the flame, it wasn't just a message, it was memory. This is Thelia Dragon Seer, Phoenix born, voice and stolen, truth untamed. Leave only if your soul has had enough. But if you're still burning, come back. And remember, the dragons, they're always watching.